Hi, friends. Today's yoga snack requires some things. A wall, you to sit on the floor, a blanket or a yoga mat to lay down on. Optional, but super awesome, essential oils. So, what we're going to do is super restorative practice. And I say practice because it's something that you should do often until you get it right. Just kidding, there's no getting this right. Um, just doing it is perfect and it's wonderful and it will um, add to your life immensely. So this is an inversion, which are generally really supportive to different functions of the body, just kind of reversing the gravity and the flow of energy and all kinds of things. Believe it or not, having your feet up in the air is somewhat grounding. It sounds really counterintuitive, but it's getting your head, which is usually like up here and like just crazy, close to the earth. So that's helpful. So yeah, we're going to be doing legs up the wall. You could do this on your bed too. I would say that is definitely an option, and just getting your legs up the wall, up at the headboard side. So it's really calming for the nervous system is really the main goal here. We want to get out of fight or flight and into rest and restore state. So that's what the posture is all about. Um, the essential oils are optional, like I said, and they are basically just to add on an extra element of calm, of nurturing, of it's not even, I mean, you could call it luxury, but it's really a powerful, medicine of sorts. Essential oils are really, they were used as medicine and they're coming back being used as medicine in the mainstream, but for sure, in my world and people of alternative medicine, we already know that they're powerful and they can change all sorts of different um, imbalances in the body. So essential oils generally come three different ways. They come as rollers, which usually have like coconut oil or something as the carrier. They come as the straight oil in like a little bottle like this. And they also come in sprays. This is my friend's. My friend has a really great chakra spray line. This is one of hers. So, and you can get them at stores, you can get them online. I can give you links to them. And what you'll generally do is, what's nice about the rollers is they kind of last longer. They're a little bit more cost effective than just using the straight oil. But basically, any one of these versions, you'll just end up taking some onto your hand in a moment, or now, or both. And you'll rub them together. You'll hold them in front of your face. And you'll take some nice deep inhales and exhales. Okay, so you can do the same thing with just a drop of the straight oil. Just be careful, sometimes it comes out fast. And then you could do the same thing with the spray. All right, so the oils that I would recommend, lavender is always a great go-to. It's calming and it also helps shift energy in the body. It helps unlock. Citruses are really cost effective and really they're brightening. They're joyful, especially like orange, tangerine. Woods, like woody oils, so like sandalwood or um, cedar or balsam or fir, they're grounding. So if you think about roots in the ground, grounding, you can remember it that way. And then there's also just really great blends out there. This is a chakra blend for the sixth chakra. And so just pick something that you like. Honestly, just go smell a bunch of stuff and see which ones are your favorite. And yeah, so oils, legs up, and we're going to tie in a breathing technique. It's yogic three-part breath, also known as full torso breath. And it's simply learning how to breathe deep into the lungs so that well, there's many reasons. And so we breathe lower, middle, and upper chest, and then we exhale in that same order. So the science behind this, why it's such a powerful practice, is that the lower third of the lungs houses the majority of our parasympathetic nervous system receptors. So those are the rest and restore. Those are the calming nervous system receptors. The upper third houses most of the fight or flight, the sympathetic. So it would make sense that when we encounter a danger, our instinctual response is to go because that triggers it. That brings us into the state that we need to be in to take action. Thing is, most people, especially I think in the West, we breathe shallowly. So we're constantly hanging out in this area, which means we're staying in fight or flight nonstop. And that's not great for so many reasons, as you can imagine. So, learning to breathe into the lower lungs is an awesome practice for just a lifelong, intention in order to create just a calmer state, just as your daily MO. It takes some time though to one, get in the habit, two, to stretch your lungs actually. The fibers in the lung muscles actually have to stretch. So over time, it'll get easier for you to breathe deeper. But initially, you may not feel like you can take that deep of a breath because you're just not used to it. In the rib cage, too, there's muscles between the ribs that have to start to stretch, too. So, people who've been practicing yoga and breathing techniques for a long time, you'll see that they can really take deep breaths and they can, breathe long periods of time, that kind of stuff. But it'll take time. And so, also, breathing slowly slows down the activity in the mind. Breathing deeper and slower brings in more oxygen and lets the body absorb more, especially the brain. The brain needs oxygen. So there are so many benefits to all of these practices. And we're going to tie them into one. So we're going to do legs up the wall and do some aromatherapy in our hands and do the yogic 3-part breath. And if you don't like legs up the wall, or for some reason you do, inversions aren't great for you, you get dizzy or nauseous, or you have glaucoma, there's different sort of eye conditions that you don't want to be upside down for. Hopefully you already know if you're one of those. Then you'll just do it seated. You can lean against a wall. You can also just lay down flat. Okay, so all options. So if you want to do it this way though, best way to get the legs up is to sit with one hip all the way up the wall. And then you have to do a quick spin. It's not always that graceful. Doesn't matter. Spin those legs up. And then just rest your head back. You can always put a pillow underneath or something, or a blanket. Have your oil. Get some in the palms of your hands. Rub them together. Okay, so we'll take a few breaths just taking in the aromatherapy, and then we'll move into the guided breathing. So just hands over the face. Take a few rounds. Your breath of choice. Here comes my little buddy to have a little smell as well. And just feel the effects. Feel the effects of aromatherapy. And obviously, if you don't have it, you're just like quieting down and you're breathing. All right, next we're going to move into the yogic 3-part breath. So I like to put my hand on my belly or my lower lungs just to encourage, that tactile sort of reminder of where I'm breathing. And then I put the other one on my chest somewhere. Lower into the belly, you can really feel the belly expand, meaning your diaphragm is making room for the lungs to expand. So I like to kind of exaggerate my belly moving up towards the ceiling. Okay, so just breathe with me. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And now inhale to the lower belly first, about 1/3 of your breath, and then to the middle of the chest, and then to the upper chest. And then exhale, belly draws back to your spine, the chest empties out and relaxes. And then lower belly, middle chest, upper chest. Let it go. You can breathe out your mouth or your nose, whichever you're more comfortable with, whichever one feels better in that moment. And again, lower, middle, upper. Slowly empty. And you'll find that your breath is going to slow down, that your mind is going to slow down, and that you're going to start to just feel really good in this posture and just kind of want to stay there. If your back is bothering you for some reason, having a blanket under there sometimes feels good, like a folded blanket underneath the hips. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Continue. Lower, middle, upper. So I would do this 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you want. Then while you're there, you might end up wanting to take some like leg stretches, taking the legs open. Like this is always a nice one. So once you're here, I mean, you might as well, right? How often do you find yourself in this position? And that's it. I'm going to leave you with that. So stay, breathe. If you can, like, like set an alarm, make a note, like schedule this in, like it's something that you do often if it's something that you like. It's really good for your nervous system. We all really need that support right now. Um, and yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you need any guidance, any tips, if you have any questions, if you need help, choosing an aromatherapy, an essential oil. I'm happy to help with all that. Okay, enjoy. See you next time.